Yeah, you're gonna get the right angle on it to do it. Yeah. It's easier to cut it, but then some of the adhesives are kind of insane.
Yeah, the workarounds that we have to do when you can't get fuel in Ukraine. Well, here's the team at a rest stop. One of the vans is having some issues with their wheels, but yeah, we got the full fleet out today, man. So our team just successfully crossed into Ukraine in our first ever large convoy operation, which is phenomenal. We're all pretty excited about that. The ramp up to getting here was a little stressful, and you know, these things never quite go to plan. It's you know, one of our teammates, I think, said it best. You create a plan to deviate from, and really that's what we've been doing. You know, basically right from the beginning, we had issues with two of our vehicles that required two of us to stay behind in Krakow to finish up some paperwork, and literally the morning of, one of our vehicles finally became available from the mechanic shop. So, you know, then we hauled up to Warsaw and got to the warehouse at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then the other organization, Be a Hero Ukraine, we were running this convoy with some of their vehicles had mechanical issues and they were late. So we literally packed up the convoy and left at about 3 o'clock in the morning and drove through the night to get here. So it's pretty exciting that, you know, we were able to get through the border with relative ease. Actually, it was extremely smooth. Luckily, this organization has a very good relationship with the Polish border guard, and it smoothed our entry access extremely a lot. So we're all exhausted. All of us have been up for over 24 hours, but we're extremely excited to be across the border and get to work. So this is the kind of operational effort it takes to get like 5 to 10 tons worth of aid, into Ukraine, into deep Ukraine. We've got 8 vehicles, and we're carrying an absolute ton of aid and supplies and food into Ukraine. So we have to fill up about 500 liters worth of extra fuel to take into country. Otherwise, we won't be able to make it because diesel is so scarce.
So this is how we handle moving through the Ukrainian-Polish border and the shortage of fuel at Ukrainian side. This is what we do. I was trying to fall asleep.
So our friends are back, so let's raise a car. We'll find someone to carry us on tonight.
So I want to share kind of a private moment with the audience. This is kind of a special trip for me, really, kind of an almost emotional trip into Ukraine for me, because 8 weeks ago, almost 8 weeks ago, when I entered the country, it was just Ron and I, and within 24 hours we had a van and no plan, and we headed towards the border, and it was such a piecemeal grassroots thing for he and I, and then we met Andre people at the Tesco, and started to get involved in more deliveries and some of my first extractions with the woman and her 2 small children and the girl from Irpin. That I never ever expected in a million years, 8 weeks ago, or even 12 weeks ago, when I began planning this mission, solo mission, that it would turn into this, that it would turn into such an incredible group of people that have come together under a common cause into a solvent group, that we would establish something here with a legacy operation that's going to continue to provide aid throughout the duration of the war and into the rebuild period. It's been an unbelievable journey, and this is my final mission, at least on this rotation, and my final trip into Ukraine during this rotation. And I feel so unbelievably blessed to have been a part of this and to have had the amazing experiences that I've had, and to have met the people that I've met, and to have helped to establish something that's going to do so much good for so many people. I'm so proud of these people. I'm so proud of this group. This ragtag team of individuals with such tenacity and grace and humanity. It's beautiful. I'm so lucky to have gotten to be a part of it. Slava Ukraini. And Renegade Relief Runners forever. Finally made it to the warehouse site to offload what wasn't ours, and we're reorienting our packing schema into the remaining vans that are going to continue on with us to Kharkiv. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you the combined efforts of 3XR and Be a Hero Ukraine to send 13 pallets of humanitarian aid, food, blankets, medical supplies, hygiene products, out to Kharkiv Oblast. And that's just what's in this warehouse, not including the 4 vans worth of things we are going to be taking in addition to that. All right, we are just about done unpacking and reloading. This has been a crazy day. It's about 6 p.m. here, and we've just transited about 10,000 pounds of food goods, and we're trying to get our situation reloaded to continue on to Kharkiv. We've been driving for 48 hours, unloaded literally 10 tons worth of stuff, repalletized it to be put on a semi-truck, and reloaded our own individual vans with what residual remained. Ladies and gentlemen, the only reward we ask for our work is nights like this, in this beautiful city, with friends, architecture, art, culture, beauty, and peace. Guys, Drew.
US, Canada, Ukraine, Polish.
Drew.
Thank you guys.
Here's the crew. about halfway, well, a little over halfway on the way to Rivne now. We stopped in Lviv last night, had a kind of interesting time with the warehouse situation. We were all so freaking exhausted. We had to unload all of the vehicles and palletize some of the things that weren't ours that we're transporting for Via Hero Ukraine. And then we took the remainder of the things that were meant for us, and actually we donated some cargo space on this truck. So we brought, we were able to palletize a very large portion of what we had brought from Warsaw. Then we reloaded the vehicles with everything else that was remaining, or things that couldn't be palletized, and Dane was able to go to his Lions Club warehouse to pick up more things that the Lions Club are donating to the people in Kharkiv, as well as an entire pallet of dog food that we're going to be able to take, some of it directly to needy animal owners out in the region, and some of it we're going to be taking directly to the Jesus. Yeah, so we palletized the remainder of the things that were for us, and we're going to bring an entire pallet from the Lions Club of dog foods out to needy dog owners, and out to the Kharkiv Animal Rescue as well, so that'll be a wonderful win. But with this truck coming along, it's going to be a really wonderful opportunity to support maybe 2 or 3 needy villages around the Kharkiv region over the next 3 days, rather than just the one, Zolochiv, which we had originally planned on going to. So, things were kind of rocky yesterday, as I said before, but, you know, the thing is out here is every day is just all about keeping the pieces on the board moving forward. We had basically 3 different organizations that were coming together along with our brand new fledgling team here, and we got everything done that needed to be done. It was a long 48 hours of driving and unpacking and repacking, but at the end of the night, we got everybody together in an Airbnb in Lviv, and we ordered some pizzas, and we had a little bit of beer, and had a good team pep talk, and everybody was in great spirits. We got a good night's sleep. Delayed our departure a little bit from Lviv this morning just to make sure that we're all rested, but we're catching up. So we'll make it to Kiev tonight. We'll get some things done early tomorrow morning, and we'll be on our way to Kharkiv.
My job here is to keep all of you guys alive, right? If I can't come with you, then I will try and send my best with you.
Okay. Dude, you guys are seriously, literally lifesavers, but I appreciate you guys more than you could possibly know, and
We're a team.
really appreciate you guys.
I understand loyalty.
Yeah.
We stick together.
Awesome.
And there's that, like that there's descriptions of, you know, how to administer everything in that bag. There's stuff that, you know, you thought might be in there that you need. So any of that. And if you need anything, just call.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
As soon as a bullet wings somebody, you just pick up the phone and call.
Excellent. The new fueling operation. Fuel is so scarce out here right now that we have to bring 70-liter drums and jerry cans with us from Poland. So this is kind of a new idea. We're going to try putting this 70-liter fuel barrel on the roof to get the siphon going. Warzone shit, man.
We're going to use this tubing and this valve and a whole shit ton of tape to get that diesel out of that container into this van. Probably first by getting a whole mouthful of this shit.
Physics.
Okay, so why they would need to go to Zoloshev? From what I understand, my understanding of what happened, they were the first international humanitarian aid that went to Zoloshev. Why is that place important? Apparently it was the first city or town that was hit by Russia when they declared war upon Ukraine.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so most of the humanitarian aid that I heard they were getting from these guys was that they were asking other towns, other mayors to try and give them stuff. There's still about 30 to 40,000 people there, and this is what they're bringing. It's one of those situations where do you think that, as Chris said in one of his videos, do you think that would feed 30 to 40,000 people? So that is why it is very important for people to try and help fund these groups, fund these humanitarian aid groups. It doesn't even have to be this one. We are doing good work out here, and when people like us can reach and get to those people that have first been hit, it is severely important.
Is Red Cross or UNICEF not doing anything?
I don't know if they've gone that far or if they're willing to go that far, because that is very close to the Russian border. It's pretty much within, I believe, their artillery firing range. So if they stay right on the Russian border, I'm almost positive they can hit it with long-range artilleries.
I'm like with everybody else. I don't know where they go, honestly.
I don't know where they go either. That's the thing, is Ukraine is such a huge country. I was even ignorant and oblivious to it until the war broke out. I've had friends from here. I've had a friend, my best friend, moved back here and lived in the Kyiv region, and ended up going to Moldova, and now in a location I will not disclose. They're safe. But it's one of those things where I didn't really know much about Ukrainian history. I didn't know much about Ukraine. It's a big country. It's a big country, so there's a lot of humanitarian aid here, yes, but a lot of the times they're spread thin. And look at the gas crisis. They don't know if they can make it that far out here. Because with everything that they're doing, they're having to bring in gas. And then as you were taking pictures there, you have to funnel it, you have to try and get what you can, because they're only allowed 10 liters every day, and you have to sit in a lineup. So whether they can, whether it's the fact that they're willing, or can they even reach out that far? Because a lot of these Red Cross organizations, they're more legit than these smaller humanitarian aids, and a lot of this fuel has been smuggled in. And that's what it's come to, is they're relying on smugglers, they're relying on people to try and bring in what they can, even just for the army, the Ukrainian army. It's become a very different situation, that's for sure.
So we're going out to get some lunch in Kiev before we head down the road towards Poltava and Kharkiv. Today was kind of a off day. This entire mission has been a little bit rough, a lot rough on all of us, and we actually had to drop one of the guys that was rolling with us, who was creating more problems than solutions, we'll say. And unfortunately that put us down about 2 vans in terms of operational capacity. But you know, this is a difficult environment to operate in, and any liabilities out here really do turn into big problems very quickly. So you know, we do our best every time we get a new volunteer to you know, try to make them work out and give them every opportunity to succeed, and if they don't, we try to place them somewhere. But in this case, it was one of those situations where it was kind of just better for everyone involved, including him, just to cut ties. And it's unfortunate, but you know, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're gonna make it to Poltava tonight, and you know, relax a little bit, and we're gonna step off early tomorrow morning, make it out to Zolochiv, and meet our 2 trucks in Kharkiv with a bunch more stuff. So still moving forward, still doing a lot of good, and we're excited to be here.
Oh, my boy.
Oh, fine. Because of my beer, it's not very easy.
Please, my son, he's very sick.